วันนี้รายการ School Track Channel ขอพาทุกคนมาที่ Wycombe Abbey International School Bangkok กันค่ะต้องบอกเลยนะคะว่า Wycombe Abbey นะคะได้รับการจัดอันดับให้เป็น Independent School ระดับ Top 5 นะคะของประเทศอังกฤษและได้รับการจัดให้เป็นอันดับท็อปในเอเชียอย่างต่อเนื่องนะคะและวันนี้ค่ะปุ่นจะขอพาทุกคนนะคะมาทำความรู้จักกับ Miss Fiona Angel Founding Executive Head Teacher ของโรงเรียนแห่งนี้กันเพื่อทำความรู้จักกับ Wycombe Abbey International School Bangkok กันให้มากขึ้นค่ะHello, good morning. Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to be here. So as we all know that you have over 2 decades leading top UK independent schools, how will you bring the legacy of Wycombe Abbey UK to Bangkok?
Well, it's a really exciting opportunity for me and for the team that I'm putting together here in Bangkok. Wycombe Abbey is more than a brand. It's more than a name and it's more than these amazing buildings that we're setting our school. As you said, I have a lot of experience of leading top British schools in the UK, and what I have learned from that experience is that schools are not built around buildings, they are built around the people who are in it, the relationships that we build with our families, with our children, with our colleagues here in Bangkok. Bangkok is an incredible educational hub. There is so much choice, there is so much opportunity here, and we're delighted to be a part of that. I think what might set Wycombe Abbey apart is our fantastic academic credentials. Wycombe Abbey in the UK is one of the top 5 academically performing schools in the country year on year, and we're incredibly proud of that legacy that we are building onto. We have, as you know, a number of sister schools in mainland China and Hong Kong, equally excelling academically. So we're building on some really firm foundations, and we are quite determined that our school here in Bangkok will reflect that legacy and ethos. And the location to the airport, of course, is fantastic, because what that allows us to do is to attract and connect with a truly global group of families and of pupils to make sure that our international school here in Bangkok remains truly international, and we will have a real diversity within our community, which is very exciting.
So for the first academic year, which year group will be available?
Well, we're starting with 2-year-olds, so we've got 2 fantastic nursery classes of toddlers who are going to be joining us and this fantastic campus and everything we have to offer. And we'll be running through in the first year to recruiting children into year 10, and that will be our first GCSE cohort. They will be the leaders of our school, and we will slowly build from there.
And talking about teachers, how will you attract the very best teacher here, and how do you define Wycombe Abbey Bangkok teachers?
So it's very interesting. The recruitment process for Wycombe Abbey Bangkok has been an incredibly exciting and indeed joyful experience. We have met some really fantastic candidates, and we have had a really rich pool of teachers to choose from, because of course there are very many teachers who would love to teach at Wycombe Abbey School because of our academic credentials and our holistic approach to education. So 2 of the criteria that we have used when we have been selecting the teachers who are going to come and be in our founding team is, number 1, they must have had really fantastic experience of teaching in excellent schools already. Because one of the things I truly believe is if you know what excellence looks like, you can help to build a school with real longevity that creates a legacy, and that is a really fantastic place for families and children to be a part of. So the other criteria we've used when we've been selecting teachers is making sure that we're working with teachers who have stayed at their current schools and former schools for a good length of time. We do not want teachers who are only going to come for a couple of years. We would like teachers who are going to offer families and children real stability so that we can build really firm foundations at Wycombe Abbey Bangkok.
And how do you balance the academic excellence with the holistic education?
Well, that's a really good question, because of course our pupils do fantastically well academically. Now, the interesting way that we are going to help children find out what it is that really motivates them and that they are going to remain curious and wanting to study beyond school is through our academic enrichment programme. So our academic enrichment is built centrally to our timetable, and that's a time in the day over lunchtime where pupils will get the opportunity to engage in clubs, in societies, and of course in some very rich choices around physical activity and sport. What's great is we'll also be running elite sports programs in 4 sports. As you might imagine, one of those is going to be aquatics. Also here we'll be running an elite program for brilliant aspiring tennis players and basketball players because of the fantastic facilities we have here. We're also very lucky in terms of our location that we are neighbours to Tanner City Golf Course, and we will be running an elite sports programme for young and aspiring golfers who will be able to use Tanner City before and after school to practice both at the driving range and on the course. So how are we going to get that balance? That's a really interesting question and one that's very important to us. And we're going to do that very much through individualised pathways. So in the senior school and in the junior school, every pupil will have a personal tutor who they spend time with every morning. It's the anchor to their day, and they will spend time with their form tutor, thinking about the day ahead, discussing how they might be purposeful in their choices in the day ahead, and thinking perhaps about any challenges that might present themselves as the day unfolds. And that personal tutor will help them develop a rich range of co-curricular and academic enrichment.
So with such a holistic education, students get to explore their true potential here.
Exactly, really find their passions and develop their passions so that they go on to university really understanding who they are, who they might like to become, and how they learn.
So one of the unique opportunities that the students will experience like no others is the boarding life here.
Absolutely. We're really excited about opening up our boarding houses here at Wycombe Abbey Bangkok and at Tanner City. Amazing facilities for the pupils to enjoy. Very green, very quiet. We really think it's going to enhance their well-being. We're opening up a girls and a boys boarding house. They will be purpose designed to be really fantastically comfortable and a great place for pupils to carry out their independent study, but also spaces for them to get together and spend with their peers.
And talking about community, like the student will not only limit to like friends in Thailand, but also like a link for across campuses.
I think this is what's really incredible about the boarding, because what it allows us to have is accommodation here in Bangkok that allows our pupils from sister schools and the UK schools to come and visit really easily and conveniently. I think the magic of being part of a global network is that pupils will make lifelong friends with pupils who are in China, in Hong Kong. As you know, we're opening in Singapore in a year's time and then onwards to Korea. So we will be building a truly global network, and the pupils will benefit from that while they're at school because there'll be lots of cross-campus activities and summer camps and opportunities to learn and play together. But also beyond life at Wycombe, they will have an alumni network that is truly global, that when they arrive in a new city to do their first jobs post-graduating, there will be a network of Wycombe alumni who might come from China or Hong Kong or Korea or the UK, who will be ready to support them socially but also professionally, and that is a really special thing that Wycombe is able to offer.
And can you show us around the boarding house, what the boarding house looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be thrilled to show you one of the bedrooms. So the pupils are all going to benefit from a shared common area so that they can spend time together, as I say, make friends, relax, enjoy some activities. We'll be very well staffed. We have got a fantastically experienced boarding house parent who is joining us, and there'll be a resident tutor also living in the boarding house and a really experienced, warm and lovely matron, and she will manage that boarding house environment and be like a mother figure to the boarders. And they'll be able to dine here at Tanner City and have their own laundry service and benefit really from just being here at Easton. So this is one of our lovely pupil bedrooms. We're delighted with the space that they've got. Two single rooms, so two pupils will be sharing a room together, and they'll obviously enjoy each other's company, but there'll be plenty of space downstairs for communal activities and hanging out with bigger groups of friends. They'll both be given a study area, so a place where they can carry out their independent work quietly in their rooms, and there'll also be a study area downstairs, and then a shared bathroom just for the two pupils to use.
But I can guarantee you that it's really cozy in here, so it's going to be a great community.
I think it's a fantastic community and something very special that we're offering, yeah.
And what makes your leadership team the right team to successfully launch this school?
Well, I think what's incredibly exciting about the leadership team is, like the common room, we have managed to attract some first-rate leaders who are incredibly experienced but have very different experiences from each other. So we have a deputy head who is joining us from a fantastic school already located in Bangkok with brilliant international school experience. We also have our head of senior school who is joining us from a fantastic UK independent school and knows exactly what she's going to do to set the tone, the expectation and the academic rigour for our senior school. And we have a team of people joining our prep school who have fantastic international experience and experience of founding schools. So I think the expertise that those three together will bring to the table will be diverse and will be brilliant and will make us stronger.
That's interesting. And how will Wycombe Abbey UK come and, guide and supervise Wycombe Abbey Bangkok?
So Wycombe Abbey Bangkok have a very close relationship with the mother school in the UK, and indeed all of our sister schools in China and Hong Kong. The UK particularly, we will look to for sharing best practice, for using ideas and traditions to help make sure that we truly reflect what a Wycombe education will be. And they're also very interested and involved in helping and supporting our recruitment processes and sharing what their teachers are doing and learning with their students, which is successful and which we can replicate here in Bangkok. More broadly, we work very closely with our sister schools, again, so that we are synthesising together excellence globally to make sure that we are all learning from each other and all sharing our experiences and best practice.
Right, and talking about admission, how many students do you expect in year one?
Okay. Well, we are starting strong. There's huge interest. So we are starting with 2 forms in each year group. So our first and actually most popular year group is nursery. So we have almost already a full cohort of young toddlers who will be joining us, and we'll be going through to year 10 with a strong group of pupils, and we will grow slowly and sustainably over time.
And what's the best time to apply, since their academic year will start in August?
Yeah, we're running a rolling admissions process. The day is always busy with families visiting us. We can do testing on site. All of the details of our admission process is on our website.
Right, so thank you so much, Ms. Fiona, today for sharing all the insights. I can't wait for the full launch in August 2026.
We're very excited about it, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. ถ้าหากคุณพ่อคุณแม่คนไหนนะคะสนใจให้น้องๆร่วมเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของ Wycombe Abbey International School Bangkok นะคะก็สามารถติดต่อได้ที่เบอร์โทรและก็เว็บไซต์ด้านล่างนี้เลยค่ะ